control computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Yo, what's up, guys? What's up, Async? Bearded? What's up, Gear? Geeky, what's up? Yeah, a little early today. What's up, Shantae? What's up, Offshore? What's up, JB? Appreciate all you guys jumping in here early. Yo, what up, Alex? How you doing, brother? Wait, is today Monday? Dude, I thought today was Tuesday, bro. Alright, well, I guess we're just doing it early. Alright, Alex, sounds good. Yeah, I had a long weekend. All messed up. Yeah, I'll edit my posts in Discord so people don't get confused. Oh, timer's up. All right. All right, how's the music volume? Is that good, guys? All right, Nassim. So, your mic is low when the music is on. Yeah. So the intro of the music's supposed to be loud, just so people don't get bored, I guess. But all right, Nassim. So here's the only problem for me, and we've been talking about this, pretty much since we swept the high here on the 4-hour, like we were talking about in last week's market pulse. So the issue now is that we had a break of structure on the 6-hour, right? We broke structure here on the 6-hour. We then swept that high here after setting a low here, and we've now broken that low. Not only that, but we've broken that low and we've broke this uptrending momentum line. If you look at the daily, I was kind of hoping we would get a cleaner test of this downtrend. This is like, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this guy, all right? Just for now, you know, if you want. He was small for a reason. I mean, if you're a bull this size fighting a bear this big, you know, like KO, you know. So this bull has died. He's died. But oh, he's not dead. Let's put him back up there. Everyone put rest in peace in chat for what was his name? I keep forgetting. Whatever we named him. Rest in peace. Yeah, so the problem that we had on the 6-hour is we invert the chart, right? So you put in a J-Pow pattern, right? So you set a low, sweep that low, then break the opposing structure on the other side. We've now done that on the 6-hour bearishly. If we beefy, that's right, beefy the bull, that's the one. Yeah, so the daily, I was hoping we'd get a cleaner test than this, but we've at least tested if this might be the only test that we get of this downtrending resistance. The only kind of good thing going for us right now is that this downtrending resistance line continues to move lower. So if we do get some sort of like 1-hour break at the lows and it gives us confidence to get long, we can try to break out, and then you get your, you know, breakout retest trade, try to take that. But for right now, where'd he go? Yeah, we got to put it back on the chart here with that J-Pow, right? So guilty until proven innocent. All right, so we are back guilty again, right? It was a little mixed. We were chop solidating all throughout here. We made a couple attempts to take 94. Really, the best short was this 4-hour SFP of 94K, which we put in the market pulse last week. It was like on the short side section. I was looking for this. We never broke it coming up the second time, so we didn't create like any additional structure in here, but targeted the low down here. We've now hit that target, swept it. We tried to SFP it again, and now we've completely failed, and we've broken the range down. Just for curiosity's sake here, is this, and we've closed below the range deviation line on the 6-hour as well. Not a good sign, but I'll tell you what there's hope for. So this would be, so we pumped back up earlier. We ejected from this just simple downtrending resistance line from the highs over here. We ejected from that, put in like a rounded top here, came down, broke structure. Now we're kind of putting in, I mean, I guess you'd call it like a bear flag, right? If you're trading flags, but putting in like a bear flag here. But we have set some structure here on some key time frames, even on the 2-hour, right? So that's important. Only after we take this. Only after we take this does this become important. But what it does mean is that if tomorrow morning we come in and we sweep that low and we SFP it and then we break the high, we would have like a W bottom J-Pow on like the 2 hour and some of these more significant time frames. Because the problem right now is, in order to break like 2 hour structure, you have to come and attack this high here, which is quite a ways away, right? So I'd be more interested in like a retest of this downtrend line. Kind of, is this where our golden, if I had to guess, it would be where our golden pocket is. Yep, perfect. All right, so if we were to come back up here, right, and get like some 5-minute breaks up here, because I don't think even the 15-minute is active down here. Yeah, so for the 15-minute even high to break, I think we had a bear break on the 15 up here, so your active high is gonna be like, yeah, it'd be like in this region here. So really, it would be like a 5-minute break up here, retesting the trend line and the golden pocket. So kind of the two plays that I see for tomorrow, in my opinion, it kind of depends on whether we sweep this low or not. So if we sweep this low, we could have a possibility of an SFP of the range, reclaim the range, break high time frame or midterm time frame structure bullish, like 2 hour, 1 hour, that sort of thing. And then we could try to take it up from there, see if we can reclaim this and go. But if we don't sweep this first, which we may be coming to do now, if we just look, yeah, we had a break of momentum, retest the momentum, and we're now rolling over. So if we can't reclaim this momentum here, I would expect to come attack the lows. This is a weak low under here, like even on the 15-minute time frame, right? Like they didn't give us any highs in here. What about 12-minute? Yeah, no highs in here. This is like inside bar 4 hour consolidation. Yeah, just inside bar 4 hour consolidation, about 1 hour. Yeah, even the 1 hour, really. I mean, you kind of tested the open here, but it's been pretty inside bar. Failure to push even into the previous candle here. So yeah, we do have a weak low down here. I would expect this low to get attacked. Remember, guilty until proven innocent. We should be favoring shorts until we get bottoming structure. What does bottoming structure look like? All right, external break of structure. That'd be what we're looking for. Now, below us, so we talked about before yesterday on the stream how we had this box drawn, I believe it was like this before, but we changed it and added this price action up here to get this tap here, but that's been mitigated, and now we've also come down and mitigated this demand as well. The only hope left in this range is like if we come tap, like, oh, we mitigated that too. All right, so we can get this off our screen now. This doesn't matter. So we've now mitigated this demand. So if we're looking below us, do we have any like high time frame order blocks? We had this daily order block, but this wick, in my opinion, mitigated this. Alright, so I'm going to say the part that you guys might not want to hear, but we do have a weak low below us down here at like 80,700. We are in a bear trend daily weak low down here, so we would be expecting the price to come back down here. And I mean, if we look at what the price has been doing, right, this is the daily time frame ever since the daily break of structure, right? You lose the momentum, you come down, right? You lose the momentum, you come down, right? So kind of similar to what we do on like uptrends, right? You break the momentum, you come up, right? You break the momentum, you come up, right? Break the momentum, you come up, right? So it's just that, but upside down, right? Sorry, I'm not trying to give you guys seizures or anything, but we're losing momentum on the daily time frame, which is not which doesn't instill very much confidence in my end, especially since we soft tapped this downtrending trend on the daily, and just the time of the cycle that we're in. I mean, I was just as hopeful as you guys that we would break 4 hour structure here and we can go to some of those targets that Kyle was talking about on the stream, you know, like 180K or whatever. But as of right now, we had, I mean, I think we should rename that bull, because I don't think Beefy was the right name for that bull, because that was the shortest. That was an Alex O Crypto bull. I'm just kidding, Alex. Love you, bro. That was a very short-lived bull trend. All right. So maybe that bull, whoever suggested on when we were naming, yeah, whoever suggested bullshit. That's right. Whoever suggested bullshit on that bull, probably a better name. Probably a better name. It was a bull from the Shire. That's right. That's right. But hey, you can make money going up and down. All right, so make friends with Boo Boo, and we can see what happens. How are wait, we were looking at levels to the downside, right? So yeah, the weak low down here, really. We already tested the golden pocket on this pullback. So, I mean, you could say we're at the golden pocket now, right? But this is not a structural golden pocket. It would just be like for the whole impulse move. But really, you're waiting for structure. Wait for a sweep of the low. Wait for a JPOW. Wait for something that's proof the market wants to go bullish. Otherwise, wait for it to come back to this trend line and look for a 5-minute or 15-minute rejection, depending on what we get, and write it down. What do altcoins look like? Losing this major, or testing, I should say testing, right? It's not quite losing it yet, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits to the macro trend line here. These last 2 hits, I mean, didn't really amount to much, so we'll see. Yeah, we had that daily breakup structure at the highs here, and then we've just gone down. All right, everybody wants to trade altcoins, but I'll continue to show you guys what I show you guys all the time, which is altcoins are just bleeding. We can't even break out of this downtrending resistance. Tapped it again, rejected again. Let me guess, Sol got hit hard today or yesterday. Couldn't break structure on Sol either. We came down and tested this order block that we were talking about. So we've now mitigated all of the demand down here. So Sol really needs to bounce because there's nothing really left until we get here. Did Sol ETH pick up? Okay. Okay, Sol actually did good today compared to ETH, which is what we were talking about. We were talking about Sol ETH getting this 4-hour break, right? And then coming back to retest the highs. You're saying I had an alert set on this trend line for when it breaks out. Sol does better than ETH today. But I mean, if Bitcoin's going to pull everything down, then Sol's going to get pulled down too. But if Bitcoin can recover here, there is an argument to be made to trade Sol instead of ETH on the alt side, which is nice. Bitcoin's getting a little bit of a movement here. Yeah. If you want to be bullish here, since, I mean, you had like a 5-minute structure break here. Did we ever pull the high after that? I don't think we did. No, we didn't pull the high, so you still have structure here. You're still technically bullish on the 5-minute, right? So I think we got, or sorry, the low would be down here. Low would be down here. Still have structure, bullish structure on the 5-minute. I just don't like this break of momentum. If you want to get bullish, you want to see momentum reclaimed, retested, and then maybe you can get going. But again, if we get going before we sweep the low, it just makes me a lot more aware up here. A lot more aware up here for shorts. Yeah, so to be honest with you guys, I don't really have much levels below us. Like, we're in demand now. If we come, I mean, I guess you could say liquidity in this low here. But really, I don't see much levels below us. Like, you're just going to have to wait for structure. You have to wait for, like, I would say, so right now, the daily, here, I need some space. The daily is bearish. The 4-hour is bearish. And the 1 hour is bearish, right? So at the very least, if you're talking about large time frames, when your 4-hour is bearish, if you're going to be favoring longs for anything other than like a scalp, right? You want to see the 1 hour flip bullish, because that could help you front run the 4-hour to front run the daily. But generally, you should be taking trades when your entry time frames match up with your bias time frame, right? So if the 4-hour is bearish, you should generally be taking, if like, so we talk about on stream all the time, right? So you're in a downtrend, right? And your structure breaks bullish. It's an opportunity to retrace, to break bearish, to put your stop here to target the weak low, right? It's generally upside down. It's the same thing, right? But with our bias being bearish right now, you should be leaning short. Cool, guys. Well, yeah, that's kind of the two ideas I have on Bitcoin right now. Is either a sweep of the low in the morning or overnight if I'm unlucky and we just get like this shape out of play out overnight. But yeah, sweep and go, or come up here, short it, come back down. If at the very least, like I said, I like to have 4-hour structure flip back in my favor, but that right now would still be up here, right? But at the very least, I want to see you get through this golden pocket and reclaim the trend line before we can come attack this. All right, cool, guys. Any questions on Bitcoin? Sigma Pilled, your name matches your comment, bro. I would expect you to say something like that. All right, guys. Well, if y'all want me to look at some altcoins, you can throw your altcoin in chat. I'll take a look. I mean, these last few days, trendline trading has been great for the shorts, right? I mean, you just you retest your trend line here, you dump. You retest your trend line here, you dump. All right. Work smarter, not harder. Here. You'll have to replay for Bitcoin. Yeah, it's like the first. You can skip the first 5 minutes, and then it's like 15 minutes after that. It's all Bitcoin. Oh, night. I thought you were saying good night, Bearded. Yeah, I know what you want me to look at, bro. How's it doing? How's it doing, man? All right. You're in from like 41, right? I mean, I'll tell you this, bro. It's super early. Not much you can really do on this, right? If Bitcoin does well, I'm sure it'll do well. If Bitcoin doesn't do well, I'm not saying it can't do well. I mean, it's a fresh launch, but I'll say this, like, if we are at the start of the bear market, which I mean structurally and time speaking, it looks like that, right? Be careful with these freshly launched coins, because there's like last cycle there were a bunch of coins that launched at the end of the cycle. Like here's one of them. Wait, no, not that. What am I thinking of? Oh, is that because we're on Mexi? No, this is not the coin I'm thinking of. But there were like a bunch of projects that launched and then just dumped immediately on launch. Our bull's pronouns are sirloin. Yeah, that works. Yeah, so that's all I can really tell you on night, bro, is just be careful, because if it's like it may be a coin that, you know, bottoms out and then next cycle gets a massive run. Do we have even 4-hour structure on this? We don't. We have 1 hour. I mean, you're chilling. If your entry's down here, bro, I mean, really, you just don't want it to come back to your entry, right? Because then lower high, lower low. And that would also be like a loss of this uptrending momentum. I would just keep an eye on this right now. Yeah. Not much I can tell you, Beard. It's way too early. Yeah, Beard, I was trying to think of a coin that like launched at the end of the last cycle so I can show you, but I can draw it for you. It looks like this. XRP? Sure, man. Caspa, was that not that coin that went to like $3 and then dumped completely? It's like the Moon's coin or something. Am I thinking of a different coin? If anyone knows what coin I'm thinking of, let me know. That's what I was trying to show. Okay, so they might have just like removed the chart and redid it or something. Or I could just be completely wrong. Yeah, so XRP just continues to be in this here we can remove drawing, start over. So XRP continues to just be in this ovary pattern. I think it's gonna eat this wick if I had to guess. But I can't really do much for you on this because you're still in the ovary pattern, which I have abstained from giving TA on coins that are in this pattern, and every time I check them, they are closer and closer to eating this wick. So you have a weak low below you, right? And you're continuing to move down towards that weak low. I would anticipate us to take that. Even on the USD pair, yeah, so on the USD pair, it's continuing to reject from resistance and roll over. You're a lot closer to eating the wick on the Coinbase pair here, but yeah, I think you're coming to. I think you're coming to $1.77 at least. Be my guess. Then we can try to build some external structure from there. I'll tell you the same thing I've been telling you this whole time. You gotta break this. You gotta break this resistance here. If you don't break this, you're just continuing to bleed. There's no real point in trading this unless you're shorting momentum. If you're shorting momentum, then you're probably doing just fine. Oh, TRB. Yeah, how did that? There was a TRB trade you guys all took, right? Getting back to the roots. Yeah, Isaac, for me, like, there's not any external structure on this, bro. So, like, it just, like, I'm not excited to trade this over Bitcoin. Right? Like, if I was going to, so, what we were talking about on ETH to Bitcoin, right? So, I posted that ETH was breaking out against Bitcoin here. So, this is the kind of thing that makes me excited to trade ETH over Bitcoin, right? Which we now are. We SFP'd this structure break here. Ooh. Yeah, that was your clue. That was your clue to short ETH right here. We SFP'd the structure break. But basically, we came back to the daily 886. We put in shooting star, bearish engulfing candle. Came back down. It looks like we're losing the momentum trend line now. The next thing to hold on ETH is going to be a break above 37.13. That would be a resume of bullish momentum on ETH. We kind of retested our order block here. We were looking for, yeah. So if we look at like XRP to Bitcoin, it's just flat, flat and slightly up, I guess you could say. But yeah, that's just because of this giant death wick. This yeah, this doesn't make me as excited. Right, see the difference? Yeah, exactly. What's your vision on on hype, SCC Tau. Hype. All right, what do I see on hype? So hype is still within the death wick as well, and yeah, guys, like I mean, if a coin's trading like this, I mean, just short it, right? Just short it on the test of the wick. Do we have any structure on like a? It's not even on Coinbase. Yeah, I don't think we have any spot structure. Yeah, I mean, I think we're coming for the week low. Be my guess. Coming down here to like 20.08. What you can do is you can set an alert on this downtrending resistance here. This would be hype breakout. And then if it breaks out, you can look for a retest to long it, or if it just rejects again, you can short it. But that's all I see. This is all internal structure. SEC, is that a... Are you talking about Zcash? I don't know what you mean by that. We can look at Tau though. Break your weekly bearish here. You're on your bearish structure on the weekly, you're on daily. Okay, so daily, you pull your structure bearish here. Pull it bearish here. Your high's up here. You barely break the high. Shooting star candle, you come back down. Actually, you break the structure here. And then you break immediately back bearish. So you're on your bearish structure on the daily. You have a daily high here. You fail to break that high, continuing to come down. Nice little rejection wick structure. 4 hour. Yeah, the high's in the same spot on the 4 hour. I would say unless you're trying to short it, in which case I would look for like previous lows or some sort of bear break on like a retest up in here. As the closer you can get to this trend line, the better. But if you want to get bullish, I would just set an alert here for now. Say Tau 4 hour break of structure. And then you have a reason to trade it. Otherwise, I mean, ever since this broke back bearish on the daily up here at like 340, you've just been falling off a cliff. So, yeah. Bull breaks are not really playing out, and then bear breaks are playing out a lot better. Zek, yeah, I'll look at Zek, bro. How is that thing holding up? Well, looky there. Okay, so we were talking about Zek coming back to this demand if this structure was broken. So we retested supply. Okay, so another lesson on JPOW, guys. So we had put in a JPOW up here, SFP, break of structure, rolled over, lost momentum, came down. We were talking about how this would be your 4 hour structure break down here. So you break your 4 hour structure. We were saying if this 4 hour structure breaks, the next spot that you're going to be looking for along is going to be, oh, sorry guys, 1 second. Luna, come here. Luna. Sit. Sit. Good girl. Stay. The next place you'd be looking for along is down here like 320. So we bounced out of this 320 zone. Did we break anything out of here? So your 4 hour... Nice. Okay, so you break 4 hour structure back bullish. Oh, you got a 4 hour break out of this demand. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. The only problem now is you're about to lose it, right? So you create some structure here. You then break that structure. Looks like golden pocket retest. Yeah, golden pocket. This would have been like if you were looking for a way to get in to to Zek. I mean, up to previous lows. Not a bad trade. That would have worked out. But now the problem is, so we have an SFP here. But remember, you don't trade the SFP, you trade the break of structure following the SFP. So if we look on our 30-minute. So they faked you out here before SFPing. Now SFP'd and they failed to get above. Okay, so if you want to trust this SFP, I would wait for a break of 418. Because Bulls tried to push it up there and it just got flat top rejected up here. Came down. Tried to get up here again. Failed. When are you in trouble on Zek? You're in trouble if you close a 4-hour candle below 390. If you close a 4-hour candle below 390, the spot that I'm interested in, it's going to be this demand here. And that level, let's see. And that level's sitting like 353 to 326. Right now, what you do have going for you is that your SFP happened at your uptrending support as well. So yeah, if we can break some key structure here, I'd be open to it. What is the risk to reward here? And actually, that's not too good. You have to get a pullback to get a better risk to reward. But basically for Zek, it's gonna be here or we're coming lower, because this is where the Bulls have to defend uptrending support here. Yeah, if Bitcoin rolls over, I mean, there's a lot of meat left on this. I mean, this coin, I mean, if we're taking our liquidity curve, right? And this is just getting started, right? You could say this is a bear flag, right? So just getting started. Where did it go? All it did was retested previous lows. Like if this was on like the 3-minute chart, you retest previous lows, right? Break structure. That would be this 4-hour break here. Roll down, continuation down, right? Attack some of the liquidity in here. So I would just be careful on this. If you want to take trades, be smart about it. Wait for structure. And if the 4-hour breaks here, if we lose this low and this trend line, be very, very careful. I would look for like 1 hour down here. All right, look to Tau. Sol. Yeah, we can look at Sol. Okay, so we looked at this a little bit earlier. So we had this order. I believe this was like a 12-hour order block. No. 4-hour. It was a 4-hour order block. So we had this. We can get rid of this stuff. This has been mitigated. Get off my screen. Yeah, so we hit this 4-hour order block here. The thing that I didn't like about Sol up here in terms of the bull case, which is why I told you guys, like you have to break up here. What did I say here? Sol was in a cage. Sol was in a cage, and if you want to break out of the cage, you have to see a break of this level. So you fail to break that level, you're still stuck in the cage. You got a clean 4-hour SFP here, and now you're coming back to the low. So at the very least, I would want to see 1 hour out of this. Which right now, 1 hour is way up here. We still have a downtrending resistance. Yeah, and even if we draw it like this, take it here. Yeah, I mean, I think Sol is coming to take the lows. I'll say this: the same thing as Bitcoin. If we get like a sweep of the low and then a break, I would be a little more inclined to take that. But this just looks like a pullback in a bigger downtrend. Retested previous lows here. Retested previous lows. Rejecting off previous lows. Did we get any structure in here? We did not. Did we get... So yeah, so you could have shorted off the 5-minute break here. then you lose. Yeah, lose momentum, lose 5 minute, come down. Your external structure high is up here. Yeah, so 15 plus on this is bearish, so I'd be very careful with this. I'd be favoring shorts. We just broke out of downtrending momentum though, so I would wait for. Let's see, do we have 3 minute here? We have a 3 minute high here. Yeah, if we can get above this 3 minute high, and then like get another bear break, that would be nice. But I do like where it bounced from, and I do like that you retested this area. The problem for me is that your structure's all the way up here at 127, so, and I would prefer a sweep of the low. In terms of the 4 hour, yeah, we never broke that. So your 4 hour strong low is still down here. So you are technically in discount of the range at this 4 hour order block. I mean, if you are taking it long, I would be very careful with this resistance line. But yeah, the trade that we were looking for was down here, like 125-ish. I do like how it's sitting right on that 126 level support. That is a very key level for Sol. Yeah, if we can break this 3 hour high, you can try to take longs in connection with a 3 minute, but I would be very careful with this. I would trade this based on what Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin, because Bitcoin has clear trajectories here. I don't like this bearish break here. I do, however, like that we're breaking out of this downtrend. This is what I'll tell you. You got to break here. Otherwise, you're just bearish. Really nice. Man, the 3 minute short was better than the 5 minute up here. Triple top. Breakdown. Down you go. Kind of smack dab in the middle of the range right now. Can you look at Uni if possible? Yeah, we can look at Uni. That's crazy. I totally thought today was Tuesday. Man. Okay. Okay, so Uni broke our structure bullish here. Now retrace to the golden pocket. Not bad. But you need to get a structure break here. Let's look at 1 hour. Man, look at that, man. Look at that resistance. Man, the shorts have been easy peasy on Uni. Hit the trend line, press short. Hit the trend line, press short. We're now losing this kind of downtrending support that we had. I mean, I like that it's in the golden pocket, but you gotta wait for structure on this. So you're kind of looking for the same thing that we're looking for on Bitcoin, which is like a sweep of the low, take the high, and then be very, very careful with this trend line. If you're looking on the long side, on the short side, just look for bear breaks at previous structure or at the previous downtrend line. Yeah. I still have this wick to come into, but what's better for Uni than some of the other coins is that at least it's a strong low down here on the daily. But yeah, it can very easily come start attacking this wick if things turn bad for Bitcoin. That's what I'd be looking for. I'd be looking for a sweep of the low and then a break of this high. How do I determine a demand zone? So you have price coming down, right, or going up, right? And then you get this aggressive move. You create a range and then you initiate out of that range, right? This is demand that led to this imbalance to the upside. So if we then come back down and test this area, we should expect a similar reaction where buyers step in, same as before, right? And that can be within ranges too. So maybe there's one right here, right? And then we come down, bounce to go higher. It's just areas of consolidation where price had a reaction, right? So like this area here is supply, because when the price came up here, sellers wanted to sell and brought the price back down. If we come back into this supply area, we should expect the reaction back down. But you want to look for structure breaks inside those zones. If you check out the free market structure course on my channel, that'll go over supply and demand. All right, let's take one more look at Bitcoin here. Tested our golden pocket again. Yeah. Go back, and if you're just joining in, I know a lot of you guys joined in late, go watch the first 20 minutes. I go over everything that I'm looking for on Bitcoin. Best case scenario for the bulls would be a sweep of this low, then break of this high to go higher. Otherwise, we are still bullish on the 5-minute here. If you got in that golden pocket, I mean, I can understand why you take that trade with this 5-minute bullish break here. If we end up getting some upwards price action, I would be very careful for a short up here by this major trend line that we just lost. All right, that's the last one I'm going to do, but I'll look at arrow for you, Gear. Sliced right through demand here. So we were talking about maybe getting this 1 hour break of structure up here. We never got it. Continues to roll over, and this looks super ugly. Yeah, so you're just looking for like 1 hour break at the low, stop above the high, take it down. All right, so if Bitcoin does what we're talking about, you may get a chance, an opportunity for a 1 hour long here, which, I mean, you're really just looking to come to previous lows, right? Anything else is a blessing. But if we're gonna break down, you're looking for a break of this low on the 1 hour. You can go short, stop above here, write it down. Yeah, this looks ugly. It just looks like consolidation, bear flag, right? Down you go. I'd look for SFP break of structure if you want to be bullish. But yeah, nothing screams bullish on this chart for me. Yeah. Downtrend. Looks like shit, bro. All right, awesome, guys. Well, hey, all of you guys jumped in an hour early. I appreciate that. It's great to talk to you guys as always. But yeah, make sure you like the stream, subscribe, ring the bell. You guys know. Join the free Discord in the description. And my name is Market Cipher. Much love. Trade safe. Yeah, that was for you, Gear. I'll see you guys tomorrow.